Because when you feel shame, it's accountability that's there that has to creep in. That's accountability that you gotta, all right, man, I feel shame. I mean, if you got ears to hear, like, you're gonna try to correct that shame. You're gonna wanna flee from that feeling. Like, you wanna try to make it right. Yeah. You know, if your heart it says to do so. Right. But you know, people don't wanna feel shame anymore. That's why, go ahead, you got it.
I was gonna say another point as far as shame, though, even the Christian church try to push on that ideology of, you know, don't judge anybody.
Right. That's right.
So that kind of helps perpetuate the lawless lifestyles and all type of wickedness. Nobody's standing up for what's right and what's wrong.
That's right, and that's a good point. We was talking about that before camp. They know that the religious part of it is key. So like he said, the Christians, they don't want you to feel that shame because now they continue to control the narrative. But you know, when you feel shame, you know, you have to, you got your heart say to do so, to do what's right. You want to fix that shame. You want to make it right. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to feel that. We want to feel that. But it's good to feel that so you can improve. Right. You know, so you want to be better. But they don't want to. They live, it's a life of delusion. Like, it's like a delusional state that it's like a terrible, terrible state to live in. Why would you want to live in that? Like, everything's so peachy. It's not real. We're not kids anymore. It's grown folk. We're not kids no more. Only a kid want to feel happy all the time. Only a kid want to, you know, stay up late, play video games, eat, you know, chips, and, you know, I know.
Fall asleep. And
fruit snacks.
Play the game.
Fall asleep. You know, in the deepness.
Do it again.
Yeah, to continue to do it again, because he's a kid, though. He didn't, you know, everybody want to live in, like, happy.
Right.
I don't want to live in happy all the time, man. Right. I want to be
It's
mad,
not real,
man.
like you said. It's not a real world.
We open up the history of the book. Man, these people did a number on us, man. You know, I was just walking before I was thinking, like, man, they put crack in our communities, and people were smoking crack, and then the women were smoking crack, and then they were like, they'd get pregnant, and then the baby's a crack baby now. Like, that's so evil and wicked. Like, they done a number to us, man. And it's like, we trying to figure it out, and we just hold on, trying to figure it out, trying to just jump to this and jump to that, trying to want validation, want acceptance, want all these things, when it's like, man, we lost sheep, man. We just sheep that's just vulnerable. We feel like nobody there, you know? It's like, it's bad, man. I wanted Proverbs.
This how fly you gotta put on.
If I wanted the original rule,
You gotta do point. I said you gotta do point.
That's what I want to say. How you feeling, King? You believe in God? No? Yeah, all praises, all praises. So I seen you sitting over there and stuff like that. So what we basically preaching is, we're teaching rather, is showing our people who we are according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people we don't know who we are according to the book, and we once didn't know. So we up here teaching us who we are according to the Bible. So if I ask you your nationality, what would you say? Your nationality, what would you say if I asked you your nationality or your race? You what? Indian? Okay, that's beautiful. But you know what the word Indian means? The word Indian, it means savage. That's what the so-called white man put on the so-called Native Americans. He gave them that name because he felt that they were savages. They lived savagely. They was doing savagely things and works. They felt that, so they called them the Indians. Them savages, you know. You know, nowadays we flip the turns. Israel good at that. We flip the turn. You a savage, meaning you kind of raw. But it's like, it's not that. You know, you're not a savage, brother. You're a king that walked the earth. You come from a beautiful nation, a beautiful bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Give me the book of Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Bring that up. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. You listening, King? It says you are a holy people. You know what the word holy means? The word holy means separate. God is saying you are a separate people. Read it. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. He hath chosen us to be a special people unto himself. Read. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. It don't matter who it is that walk the earth. We are the chosen, holy, special nation that the Most High chose. It don't matter what whoever say that's not true. I don't believe that. Why don't you believe that? What is leading you to believe? Well, I understand, but why you fighting that? You know, why our own people fight that scripture? Nah, what about the other people? What about them? What about the other people? You know the things that they done to our people that set us back over 400 or 500 years? The evil that they done on the earth? You know, you can't buy into that ideology. You got to come out of that state. Not saying that you're in a state, but our people have to come out of a state of delusion. You got to come out of state. You got to understand who you are according to the book. Because once you do that, it kind of changes your mindset. You kind of change your understanding and the way you walk and carry yourself. Because now you're living for something. Now that you have something that's going to protect you when you feel like you're in danger, you got something you can go to when you feel like you need help. See, them people, they don't have that. They don't pray to the Most High God like we do. They don't worship and serve Him like we do. That's why He called us holy. You know, because the way we are, the way we carry ourselves, the blessing that He given us as a people. That's why we can jump high. We can walk on the court, jump high above the rim and dunk the basketball, and everybody stand up in disbelief like, man, what just happened? That's why we can wake up and have a thought and invent the stoplight, and the whole world, everybody on the whole earth, use that stoplight invention to, structure their system. Do a stoplight. A brother had an idea. The Most High gave him that blessing to create a stoplight. Now the stoplight is being created and invented from your nation, from your bloodline, and they use it around the whole earth. But when you go to these places, they don't treat you like you deserve it. They don't treat you like you feel like you come from this royalty that you come from, because they hide this stuff. They suppress this history. They don't want you to know.
And then even the structure of America was built off of our people's back.
That's right. That's right.
And they come from all over to America and then treat us, the ones who built this nation.
That's right.
Like we less than them.
That's right. We like brother said, we are the reason why everybody can move the way they can right now. They have built this country on the backs of your foremothers and your forefathers, as well as ours, on their backs, man. The stock market, whatever business, whatever entity that they want, they did the laws. The law is the behavior, the ideology that can be pushed. Everything you see has been built off of you, brother. How you feel about that? And not get a dime from it. You see a people laying down on the street. You see a people, smoking crack. You see a people killing each other, all because this people has taken over you, and now it's like it's that way now. Now we lost who we were. They stripped it from us, and now it's like we don't have nowhere to go. Now it's like we got to kill each other. Now it's like we got to get on drugs because the life is hard now. We lost our God. He forsake us because we didn't listen to Him. You know what I'm saying? We lost our way. The Most High, He like, nah, man, y'all gonna figure it out. Y'all don't want to listen to me. I don't know how you go through some things. You gonna have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
We left Him, bro.
Yeah, we left Him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We left our first love, man. Right. We didn't want to listen to Him. We didn't want to follow His ways and His laws. Give me Deuteronomy 28:1.
You got our flag out here, man?
Our flag? What flag?
What flag you got?
What you mean, what flag? We don't got a flag out here.
Got a flag right here.
The Bible, that's the flag.
That's the flag, I understand.
Okay. Yeah. We're not up here pushing.
No, I understand that, man.
Okay, what flag was you? What flag? Where'd that come from? What you mean by that?
Well, I had been studying the Moorish side.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, we not Moors.
Yeah, we not.
I understand. I'm asking you guys. I don't mind me asking you.
No,
we just don't understand. Like you asked
No, it's nothing that I'm not. Bro, I'm just asking a question.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to understand
I'm
your
not
question.
that I'm anything or that you anything. I'm just asking a question. But I just told you something that I had been studying as of recent. I'm 62 years old, man.
I'm afraid
You know what I mean? I got baptized at United Missionary Baptist Church. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Okay? You know why I got baptized at United Missionary Baptist Church as a little boy? My mother, when the doors to the church opened up, my mother took me and my brother up to the altar and said, okay, come on, y'all. Okay, what we doing? Right. Ain't nobody else coming up this motherfucker. Right? I don't know what's going on, dude. But I got baptized because my mama said this is what it's supposed to be. Right? And guess what? That's my mama. And guess what? And I still believe her. Guess what? I believe everything. Guess what? I just do.
Just do?
I just believe everything my mama told me. Everything my mama told me, from any time that I can remember.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So did you?
I still believe it to the day.
So
I didn't understand it.
Right.
I didn't understand it right then. Right? I didn't understand what was going on, but it was a good thing. It was a good thing that, you know, she brought me into the place. That's what I guess that was the first step back then. Guess what? To come to even know who the Lord was.
Okay.
Yeah? So it wasn't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But I ain't
So,
understand it.
can I ask you something?
And my mother told me, man, a lot of things as a young man. You know what she said? Michael, you may not understand it right now, but one day you will. And guess what? 62 years old, the good Lord be with me on the 15th of October. Guess what? A lot of things, bro, I'm still realizing what she told me that'll come to light.
All right, so we're gonna
Peace,
go into
guys.
the
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something right quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Check this out. We're gonna tell you about Israelites.
Come on, brother. Guess what? I gotta go to work.
You just said all that. Hear this one. Hear this one. Hear this one.
We gave you time.
Hear this one. You wasting time now. Look.
Let's check this out, man.
I love y'all.
Check this out. You ain't supposed to be working today.
No, bro.
See, I thought you were
No,
joking, King.
no.
See, you weren't understanding
You trying to hear him?
See,
Yeah.
that's what we were just going into earlier, man. A lot of our elders, man, I'm 62 years old. They give us a spill. We hearing him out. We showing him
Right. Talking
respect.
about his
But then when he
mother.
get off, we can't get ours
Can't
off.
tell him nothing.
All right, you
Yeah.
got it, King.
You ain't gonna lose your job. Guess
You know
what?
the scripture.
You got faith,
You bringing
right?
it out.
You got
ain't
faith,
supposed-
right?
Hey, bro.
You ain't gonna lose your job.
That ain't right, man. See,
You got faith,
you're not
right?
dealing right, man.
You
That
got
wasn't
faith.
genuine.
You got faith.
Bring out your precept,
Lord.
King.
You got faith. You ain't
Yes,
answering my
yes, sir.
question. You ain't gonna lose your job. Listen to this.
It's the book of Isaiah,
Listen to this.
59, verse 2. But your iniquities have separated between you and your God.
See that? Your iniquities have separated between you and your God, man. You know what I'm saying? That brother, he wasn't genuine, like the brother said.
Yeah,
You know,
foolish.
we gave you your peace, we gave
Yeah.
you your time, we were showing you respect. You know, brothers had stuff locked and loaded, ready,
Yeah.
and he just get the.
He asked you to hold up, and you said, okay,
Yeah,
you gave him peace.
right,
You gave him
right.
his
We
peace.
gave him his peace, we gave him his time, whatever, and then he get to say what he's saying, and he just get to peel off. That ain't how it's supposed to go.
Right.
We supposed to go have a back and forth, because everything that he kind of was talking about was what we brought out earlier, and he was kind of off.
Right.
You know, he had it down. He had an idol on his neck.
Yeah.
He kind of we could have went anywhere
Yeah.
with that brother.
Right.
Beard was kind of
Yeah.
he just-
Correction, what we always been
He
saying.
didn't want to deal with it.
Don't correct
You know,
that.
He didn't want to deal with it. He couldn't. This Lord is beautiful. We brought that out.
Yeah.
A lot of the older our elders don't want to be corrected. I'm 62 years old.
Yeah.
My mama
My
did
mama
this and that did that. Okay, yeah, well your mama was wrong.
Yeah.
She kind of didn't have the fool.
Right.
See, I
I
got that.
think older brothers, like, that's how you know they not really that wise. Because they want to pull the age card.
Right,
Your
that's
wisdom
right.
should show for itself to make people want to listen to
That's
you.
right.
But
Yeah.
you want to take over the conversation, say how old you are.
Talk about your mama.
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
baptized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want
Yeah.
nothing scrutinized or nothing like.
Right.
It's like a cover up. You know, he covering up all the
Yeah.
mess he in.
Yeah.
You know, instead of-
Right. And it's like
He said he believed everything his mom said, and
Yeah.
he still do. So
Yeah.
it's like, when did you get to the age where it's like, I'm not saying she wasn't wrong,
Right,
but
right.
when did you get to the age where you dissected what she said?
That's what I was going to ask him. I was going to ask him. So whenever you became of age, did you ever search these things out? Did you ever look up these things for yourself? Because a lot of our older people,
That's a long time.
yeah, that's a long time. That's a really long time. And then for the fact that he couldn't even, I mean, we didn't even go into it for real, but he was a young kid, but he couldn't even understand why he was doing what he was doing. There should be at least a certain level of understanding why you was getting baptized. You could at least explain that part. At least a little bit. It should be a sentence.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is we trying to, we doing the thing out the book. It's supposed to wash away our sins. He didn't say nothing. He just was like, oh, okay, I'll just go. He just got baptized. He didn't even know why.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta search these things out, man.
Yep.
It's crazy. What the Browns play home?
Yeah. Jamal,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought it was an away game. But nonetheless, you got a point. Okay.
Nah, it's just like, this is what we brought out
Yeah.
earlier.
Most time made it manifest, man. Bring that
I don't even know
out.
why he got baptized. Your mom means
He gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. Like, what he talking to that brother like, what man? Gonna lose his job, man.
you ain't thinking about
Job.
that.
Yeah, you was saying that.
Yeah, he had a whole
Right.
look.
He suffered.
Right.
Brother was suffering like stuff locked and loaded, ready.
That's
And
why,
it's just
man. That's about what you teaching. It's like I be wanting to let people speak, then they do stuff like that.
Right, exactly. Because I thought we was gonna get ours off. Or you know, we was gonna be able to get ours off, but then
It's like, what's y'all flag? Like, what's y'all flag?
yeah.
I'm studying the Moors. Like, all right, this is the flag right here. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
listen to this.
and you know it's all you say that. Like, who talks like that? What's y'all flag? Like, what the flag? Flag? It sounds like some gangbanging. It sounds like, and then when you go into the Moors, like, what do you live? What's the foundation of a Moor? As a Moor, what do I need to do to get salvation?
He got the Chronicle newspaper in his bags. I seen it.
See that?
Chronicle newspapers. You know what he's looking at.
Yeah, he studied the Moors, though. He ain't studied what mom was talking about. He studied the Moors, though. He researched the Moors.
He studied the Moors and everything led back to Christianity and what his mom taught.
That's what it's just kind of. We gotta figure out how to deal with that. How to deal with these spirits. Because it's like, he can let him get off and he just get the pill off. That don't make, he kind of cut, it's crazy. Bring it up. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 5. A wise man will hear and it will increase learning. He didn't increase learning, man. He heard these things, but he didn't increase learning. He didn't search the things out. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. A man of understanding will attain to wise counsel. See, he was attaining to Moorish. He was attaining to the flag. He was attaining to his mother's doctrine. He wasn't attaining. He didn't search these things out. I didn't hear him even go to a man and his understanding. Everything was just, nobody taught him nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was giving him the sits, like you say in Nehemiah. Nobody was showing him, you know? And you got to be shown. You got to be taught, you know? Who was he bringing out? What was he going to say? First Peter? Yeah, I was going to get because of the elder. He's the elder. He said that I was just going to get what he was going to get. You can bring it out now. It's 5 and 6. It's the book of 1 Peter chapter... Hey, you can't, these elders, man, they got to get it together, man. We was just talking about that. I'm 62 years old, man. Oh, I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
You know, my mama taught me you can't have that spirit, man. It's not humble. It's not showing humility. Bring it out. It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 in verse 5. Wait. 1 Peter 5 and 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you. That's what he was kind of doing. Submit ourselves to the elder, showing them respect. And he was getting what he said on read. Yea, all of you be subject one to another and be clothed with humility. Gotta be clothed with humility. That's what we was kind of giving the brother. Humility. We showing him humility. But he didn't show us that. He didn't give it to us back. He didn't give us the respect we was giving him. For God resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. He give grace to the humble. He resisted the proud. You know, we were going to resist that brother because he wasn't being humble. He didn't show humility when we gave him humility. You know, he wasn't showing us respect when we gave him respect. How do that work? He get to just say his lifelong his rant, and then he just get to peel off and go to work. Like, there's a lot of things we could have went into just to show him, just to, you know, like, look, you can't Sabbath day today, you can't work. You know, you got a graven, you got an idol, you got a graven image on around your neck. You gotta take that off. You know, you gotta keep your beard. You gotta keep the law. We're not Moors. We could have went into a whole bunch of things to where he could have learned, and you know, but he know everything of the Lord. You know, then he was kind of contentious too. That's right. He was contentious. Verse 6: Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. He may exalt us in due time, man. He's gonna exalt Israel. We're going to be exalted in due time. But we got to continue to follow the scripture. We got to continue to show humility. We got to continue to be like little children. You know what I'm saying? Give me repentance. Give me Acts 3:19. Hey, brother, you know how to repent? You know how to repent? Just come to God? Okay, so if you come to God, like, how you know what you're repenting for? Like, if you was to like say like you went throughout your day, you went to work, came home, and you know you went in your day, you were just doing stuff. How do you know at what point where you was like you went wrong? I gotta repent for this. How do you know? You said what? Yeah, like
the same thing when you come to God, but God can do your face. The same thing that you do. At the same time, God, that man, as much as I want to, I feel like I can't because it didn't even mean he does. It just
it's just the problem that we got going on right now. So it's like, as much as I want to, all right, you know how, like, you know what I said, I just come out here and just give money to motherfuckers. Somebody, there's too many people out here that want stuff, or y'all don't got the thrill to go get up and just, all right, go get it yourself. So I'm the type of guy, that's just me, that's just how I am. I've been like that all my life. I've been doing stuff like that all my life.
It's a good spirit to have. You know, it's good. You want to use discernment as well when you got that spirit too, because you just never know. So let me ask you this. So if I was to go home, right? Go home, take a shower, make a turkey sandwich, sit down and watch the game, fall asleep. At what point did I do anything wrong doing that? Was there something I did wrong?
Sometimes, I mean, there's so much, especially with life, right? Like, we got so much.
Yeah.
It's so easy for you to just actually have a conversation with God.
Okay.
You know,
So in that, so what if I go home? What if I go home and take a shower, make a ham sandwich, and watch the game and fall asleep? Did I do anything wrong there? Why not? I fell asleep. I just went home. It was cool. Like, I wasn't bothering people. I was just doing my own thing. So, actually, brother, I was off in that second example I gave you. I was off because it's a law in this Bible that we got to follow. And in that law, it's a dietary law, what you can eat and what you cannot eat. So if in that law, it tells us that we cannot eat pork. We can't eat swine, it says, which is pork, which is pig. So in that second example, the first example, I ate turkey. I went home and I ate a turkey sandwich. The second example, I went home and made a ham sandwich. I went off when I ate the ham sandwich. But I only know I went off because it's in the law, what I can and cannot eat. So you got when you repent to the Most High, you got to figure out the things that you've done wrong toward the Most High or against His laws, so you know what you're repenting for. So you know what sin is? What's sin, brother? Just by using the example I gave, the two examples, what's sin out of that? Who would be sin? We're going to get it. We're going to get it.
This 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever commits sin transgresses the law.
It says, so whoever commits sin transgresses the law. Read.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is the transgression of God's law. So meaning, if God's law say you can't eat certain foods and you eat the foods that He said you cannot eat, that's a sin going against what God tells us to do. So bring this up. It's the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. So this is a law, a dietary law of what we can and cannot eat. Read. And the swine. It says, and the swine. You listening, brother? It says, and the swine. Read it again. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he chewed not the cud. What's swine, brother? Yeah, what's swine? Swine is pig. Swine is pork. Swine is ham. Swine is pork chops. Swine is pepperoni, sausage, ribs, bacon. Swine is a pig. So the law we're going into, these are things that you can and cannot eat. You can't just eat anything. You can't just consume anything. So what we brought out, sin is the transgression of God's law. So now what we're going into is the law of the dietary law, what we can and cannot eat. Read it again. Con. Leviticus 11 and 7. And the swine, though he divided the hoof, the swine, the pork. Read. Though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he chewed not the cud. He is unclean to you. No, he clean. We can eat our ham sandwich. He is unclean to you. He says he is unclean to you. Read. Of their flesh shall ye not eat. Of the flesh shall we not eat. Read. And their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. They are unclean to us. So no pork rinds, no sausage, no pepperoni pizza, no ribs, no what's another one? Pork chops. None of that stuff that we can consume. Baconators. None of that stuff. You know, and then if you even do the more digging, you got to understand the things that you put in your mouth that you may not eat, like toothpaste. They put it into, God shalom, King. Like toothpaste, cough drops, medicine, gummy bears, marshmallows. You get into the wording of what they try to hide it in the wording, the scientific, saying gelatin. I was taking what was I taking? I wasn't feeling good the other week, and I was taking some medicine. and the medicine had gelatin in the ingredients. I just so happened to take it. I'm taking it a couple times, and I'm like looking on the back, like, how much can I take? And then how much I can take was there, and then the ingredients was right there. And I was reading ingredients, and it said gelatin. So I'm like, damn, I already know what's going on. So I went on my phone, looked it up. Is this pork? And it was like, it's pork and beef. Out the gate, it's pork. It's pork, man. It's pork. So I actually ingested. You got fire. I actually ingested pork through taking this medicine. So you gotta figure out, you gotta kind of dive and dig what pork and stuff like that falls under as well. They hide it, man. They used to put it in the Doritos, they used to put it in the Skittles, all that stuff. But everybody was, it was bringing it out, and they kind of had to take it out of here. And it's kind of stuff that you can look at that tell you what's in and what's not. I'll bring out your precept.
This is Sirach 19 verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
The fear of the Lord is your first step. You got to fear the Most High. You got to fear that if I had this ham sandwich, that he can get me up to a reprobate mind. Or he can take some things away that I'm so loving and passionately about. He can take away whatever it is that you love, that you like. Whatever that you do, he can, give you a flat tire. He can kill you. Bring it up.
And wisdom obtaineth his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. The law, the commandments, the law, this is how you should live your life. That's the doctrine of life. It's not a Black Lives Matter movement. It's not a feminist movement. It's not a whatever movement that's out there that they try to push on us. That's not it. The doctrine is the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. You can read.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
See that? You will receive the fruit of the tree of immortality if you do these things that God tells us to do. Bring the law out again. It's the book of Leviticus 11 and 7. So we going into the law again, read. In the swine. What swine, brother? Pork, read. Though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. He's clean to us. We can eat it. He is unclean to you. We can eat it, brother, right?
Pork.
Yeah. We can eat it, right?
I ain't gonna lie, this how I look at it. This how I look at this.
Whoa. But what did this say? What did the Bible say? We can eat it, right?
Yeah, the Bible says
Read it again. Yeah, you chew him not the cud. This is the book of Leviticus 11 and 7. And the swine. What swine, brother? Read. Though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, he looks like a clean animal. He looks like it. Read. Yeah, he chew him not the cud. He is unclean to you. We can eat it, brother, right? He said, read it again. He is they are unclean to you. Salakia. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. We can eat it, right? Read it again. Of their flesh shall ye not eat. So we can eat pork, right? Read it again. Of their flesh shall ye not eat. We can eat pork, right? Why you keep saying yeah and the Bible keeps saying no?
I'm talking about from like, you know what I'm saying?
You said what?
Like, I'm talking about like, that's how I look at religion. Cause look, you gotta say, I gotta say it like this. So look, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of love you got for God. You know what I'm saying? It's already God. I know come into life as you living how you live. Some people look at it as asking too much. You know what I'm saying? So I be like,
so this is too much? To say no to pork, that's too much for you, brother?
I'm looking at it from other people. Obviously, I can't say it.
I'm saying, we're talking to you, brother. We're talking to you. What's your name?
King.
King? Somebody's name. So we're talking to King right now. So we're going to read this one more time. And we're going to see, like, what's the disconnect. Read out. Of their flesh shall ye not... Read it from the top. This is the book of Leviticus 11 and verse 7. And the swine. What swine, brother? Though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he chew him not the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat. It says, of their flesh shall we not eat. Can you eat it, brother? Yes. I'm saying, can we? Are we allowed to eat pork?
Him and her. He according to God.
According to God, like the brother said. Why you keep saying yeah? You keep saying, I'm like trying to figure it out.
You believe in the Bible?
I don't think. That's how the Bible is set up. How our brain is set up. You
like,
check this out.
yeah, bring it out. You had something? You want to bring something? Yeah, you gonna bring it out.
All right, check this out.
Because it's telling us, this is the law, man. This is the Bible. It's telling us what to do and what not to do. So we keep bringing out and say we can't eat pork. You know, it's kind of a simple commandment. You know, a lot of our people do have a pork spirit, but it's like a disconnect. Bring out what you got.
This is Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and fury and rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
That he's not gonna play around. He's not playing around. He's not about what you think. See, you saying what you think, and we reading the Bible and what the Bible say. So that's a disconnect. We don't.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many, they that sanctify themselves with purity, in the garden behind a tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Eating swine's flesh. You say the Lord gonna slay many, even those eating of swine flesh. Paraphrasing. So we're talking about the swine. He's going into. We're bringing out the swine, and the brother pulled, saying that the Lord is going to destroy those that eat the swine. That's eating the swine's flesh. So we brought out in the law that we cannot consume swine. And the brother went into a prophecy saying that those that consume this swine's flesh will be destroyed. So it's not really about what you think. It's not really about what I think or what we think. It's about what the Bible says. Because the Bible holds weight. It holds more weight than what you got going on. So we're trying to figure out, like the brother say, do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe in God? You said you did earlier. You said you believe in God. You believe in what you can do? Well, when you gotta understand, it's not about you, brother. It gotta be about how it has to be.
The Bible says you can do all things.
John, like the brother said. Why you think it's about you? See, that's the spirit that brought us, our me spirit has brought upon our people. You know?
I don't live that way. My dog, if I ain't worried about me, I'm worried about what you got. That's just how my heart is. That's how I live.
But you gotta that's not the way that we speak. But your mind is everything. You gotta have a sound mind, like the scripture says. Your mind gotta be sound, and it's not really too sound right now. You know, you're kind of not really talking really wise right now, because the Bible is telling us a law to keep, and he's telling us if we don't keep this law, we will be slain and destroyed. But you want to, live for you, brother. You want to live for yourself. You want to live in your own mind. You got to renew that mind. You Romans.
I can't say what you tell me what God go do. You know what I'm saying?
But you?
I'm saying, like I was saying, that's the power I got, the power I got. You don't like the religion. You said I'm the book. This whole thing can be changed by people's minds. You know what I'm saying?
What whole thing?
Religion. That's all can be changed off mind.
Well, we're not up here pushing religion.
I'm saying, you're religious, but that's a whole bunch
So, all right, so if the book say, check this out. This religious book say the sky is blue. Does your mind change the color of the sky? All right. So a fact is a fact. If the book is saying something, plain upon tables, that's what it is.
Why you fighting it, brother? What's the fight? Like, what's the... Like, what don't you want to, like, why you don't want to submit to the Lord? Why you don't want to fight that demon that you got? Because, I mean, essentially, that's what it is. Because we're bringing it out as plain as a little 5-year-old can understand.
And see if we're in like some deep prophecy or
right,
something, but
time.
this kind of plain upon table, he's just saying, you can eat the cow. He literally said earlier in the chapter, you can eat the cow, you can't eat the pig. It's that simple. That's all it is. It's not nothing super deep.
It's not nothing we going into that's like, that, man, it's you can't fathom it. It's kind of plain. But it's like, you got a pushback on it. Give me the Romans,
This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
See, right now you kind of conform to this world. You kind of conform to the spirit of like, we all in this together. We are one people. We need to love one another. It's about love. It's about me. It's about... You confused?
I can see on the man's side, we all together.
Oh, you're in it for you?
It's about confusion though, because...
Well, you got to be a brother's keeper, man. It's not about you. Yeah, you got to be in it for the Most High, man.
You know what I'm saying, though, bro? I mean, it's a lot. That's why I just hear what you said. I don't even really want to speak too much.
What's your favorite food?
pork.
Yeah.
It ain't even my favorite. I like ribs though. But I wouldn't say
It's beef ribs.
They just come. They
And
just
turkey
come.
ribs.
Turkey
the
ribs?
king. I got
turkey
the king something.
You know there's turkey ribs. You ever had turkey ribs?
Oh yeah.
You love it, don't you? It was good.
That's right.
So you can get out, put them pork ribs up, or the turkey ribs.
And this going to the dietary. Not slacking. This going to the dietary. Good for you, man.
You acting like
You don't even want it.
Yeah,
You don't even want
he
it.
like loving that pork, man. Like,
Yeah, that pork ain't even good for
he's
you.
like, I
Pork
can't
ain't
eat
even
it.
good for
I
you. But
can't
this part of
eat
dietary, and it's a fact. You know that, right?
bacon. So,
You know pork ain't good for you, right? So you know this going
right,
into
it's like the history
dietary.
of, health
So this let
issues.
you know. It's
You know,
facts.
yeah, it's full of parasites. You know, the pig, we know they don't sweat, so there's you're not releasing the toxins. There's a whole list of things with the pig and the swine that you can pull up, and it's off. Like, you don't want that ingest that in your body off of just that. But on top of that, chiefly, the Most High is telling us not to deal with it because it's off. And this is just a small. This is like the starter pack of Israelite doctrine. This is not nothing that's in-depth breakdown. We're not even really. We kind of went into the prophecy of not keeping it, but we're not even doing nothing that's so like something that's hard to comprehend. You know what I'm saying? Now what we see out of you, the spirit that we getting, it's like you fighting something. It may be deeper than the pork. It may be deeper than that because it's like now when we dig, we seeing that you living for you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of put you first. You kind of putting your mind not really on the Most High. You kind of on other things of this life. You know, we can kind of tell, you kind of, brothers bring it out, you kind of looking the other way. So we're trying to figure out, we're trying to dig and trying to figure out what's really the disconnect between you and the Most High, or you and this understanding of the Bible. So you say you believe in God earlier, correct? So so would you do anything for the Most High God? The Most High God. Like, would you do anything for God? Would you do anything? Not for King, for the Most High. Bring it out, King. Our people, man, we got to get out of this, man. They done a number on our people, man. It's bad. You know, brothers is old adults, man. They kind of can't even have a proper back and forth. It's kind of like talking to the wall almost. Bring it out.
And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You gotta renew your mind, brother. You just talking about your mind. That's just the way you think. You gotta renew that thought process. You gotta renew your mind. You gotta jump into these scriptures. You gotta figure out which way to turn. Because obviously, it's a disconnect between you and what the scriptures say. Read it from the top.
Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect.
You gotta prove what is good and acceptable in the will of God. You gotta renew your mind, your thought process. Right now, it's kind of like you stuck in sand. It's almost like, I'm not even trying to insult you, but it's almost like talking to a wall. And it's like, as we try to like talk to you, it's like you're not really giving us nothing to where we can be like, oh, we can point to. We're like, oh, you're something right there. You gotta kind of change that thought process. It's like you living for you. Give me, you had something? Bring it. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. You gotta trust in the Lord with all thine heart, man. You can't trust in king. You can't trust in you. You gotta trust in the Lord with all your heart. Read. And lean not unto thine own understanding. You can't lean on your own understanding. You can't lean on the understanding of you. You can't lean on the understanding of women. You can't lean on your understanding of America. You gotta lean on the understanding of God. But we trying to figure out what it is, though. It's obviously you lean on you. That's what you said. You lean on you and your thoughts. Give me Acts 5 and 29. You gotta lean on the Most High. You can't lean on this life, man. Esau did a number on our people, man, and it's bad. Brothers is grown, man, and I don't know if the brother. I don't know. Am I tripping?
Well, the brother is trying to tell you is he's trying to teach you how to love God.
That's right.
And eating pork is not pleasing to God. It doesn't make God happy when you eat pork. It upsets God. Scriptures say it's like smoking his nose. Yeah. So it actually upsets God when you're eating pork. And you don't want to upset God. You understand that? Or do you want to upset him? Yeah, so if you don't want to upset him, you obey him, and you can't eat pork. Or you end up with him.
You want to end up like You want to end up like him, brother? You want to end up like this? Yeah, never. So get on the Most High's program.
that pork, they gonna cut your leg off.
That's true. Brothers do that. It's a known thing. You can lose your leg. You know, kind of eating that pork. You kind of won't ever walk again. You know, you kind of gotta walk with a limp. You know, eating that pork. Worms, maggots, parasites, all that stuff live in that thing, man.
Even when you digest it.
Yeah, even when you digest it. Bring it up. It's the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God. We ought to obey King. We ought to obey God rather than men. You gotta obey God rather than men. You gotta obey God more than yourself, man. That's what that's going into. You gotta obey the Most High God. You gotta do what the Most High God say. You can't depend on King. You got a king.
The second Maccabees 7 verse 1.
See, this is the spirit that these brothers had in the ancient world. This is the spirit that our people carried and when we was in the mix, man. This is the spirit that we had. Weirdo, man.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
You listening, brother? You listening? Check this out. Read it again, King. Salaki. Check this out, King. Don't get distracted.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren
He said 7 brothers. This came to pass. 7 brethren. Read.
with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
So these 7 brothers was taken by the king to taste swine's flesh. The very thing that you want to eat. Bring it out.
And were tormented with scourges and whips.
They was tormented because they didn't want to eat the swine's flesh with whips. They was getting whipped, man, because they didn't want to eat the swine's flesh. Because why? They knew the law. They knew the law said you cannot eat swine's flesh. They knew the prophecy. You cannot eat swine's flesh or you'll be destroyed. Read.
But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
See, that's a mighty spirit. They're ready to die, man, to transgress the laws of the Most High God. Would you rather die than transgress the laws of the Most High? Would you rather die? You got that spirit? You think you could do that? You'd rather die than transgress the law than to sin against the Most High? Bring it up.
Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons be made hot, which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
Yeah, he commanded to cut the tongue out, man. Whoever spoke, you gotta cut his tongue out, man. Get him up out of here. Heat up those whatever he was heating up. Heat it up, man. That's what I'm gonna use. They gonna heat it up, man. We're gonna get them right. They're gonna submit to me. They're gonna submit to what I got to say. Whoever speak first, cut his tongue out. Read.
I appreciate y'all though.
You gotta repent, King. You gotta repent. Keep the commandments. See, I don't think he was all the way there, man. He's high. I don't know. But, you know, everything is of the Lord, man. We got to continue to bear with our people. We got to continue to be patient.
Drifting.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he drifting, looking away. I don't know, man. Everything is of the Lord. Yeah, that's right. You got a stronghold. All right.
How do we actually just change? You can't just change.
You gotta, well, this is some things that he can do, but everything is of the Lord ultimately. You know, he can pray, he can fast, he get up out of there, but everything is of the Lord. So he gotta move in that spirit. So bring it out.
It's chosen one.
You an Israelite, King? You an Israelite?
God so loved the world. I'm black African American. I'm putting no labels on myself.
You just
My
did.
granddad was a preacher.
You just
All
did.
my life I've been told I was gonna be a preacher.
Bring it out.
Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
He commanded to cut out the tongue of the man that spoke first, man. The man didn't want to eat pork. They was standing 10 toes. I ain't eating that, man. The king wanted to cut out their tongue. Read.
And to cut off the utmost parts of his body.
He cut out the utmost parts of his body. He kind of wanted to cut his rod off, man. What kind of freak king would want to do that? What kind of who takes their mind there, man? To cut another man's rod off. Like, what's really going on? You know, what?
The rest of his brothers and mother looking.
While his brother and his mother was looking, man. That's kind of like what they did to us in the when we was in chattel slavery, man. They used to do things like that to us. Buck breakers, you know, cut our rod off, our foot off.
This is one picture of I guess the father didn't reach the quota for picking, and it's a picture of him and his kid's hands.
See that?
At his feet.
Wow. Could you imagine? Could you imagine, man? See, we've been coddled. You know, this stuff has been suppressed to where we don't know the degree of what they went through. You can read about it. Hey, sister, come on at us. Come on at
Hey,
us.
brother, you being weird about this, man. Relax. But no, but she don't feel comfortable, though.
She don't feel comfortable, man.
No, man, just move around, King. Move around, King.
That's why she ignoring you, brother.
See, our people, man, it's madness, man. You got the elder sister walking
With a
in
child,
peace.
with a child, grandchild.
Grandchild, child, whoever.
And you got a blunt in his mouth.
Wicked Jake.
Blunt in his
Just,
mouth.
you got a blunt in his mouth, just walking like, come on, man. We was going into that earlier, man.
That's not normal. That's weird.
That's weird. And nobody checking nothing. See, if the Israelites went out here, who checking this brother?
Yeah.
You know, you got all these gang members out here. You got all these drug dealers out here. You got all these niggas that want to spin the block. You got all these niggas that want to bribe. You know what I'm saying? But nobody gonna check that brother.
Put
He walk
fear.
against
Put
all.
fear in there.
Nobody gonna put
fear. I know. He put fear in the
Yeah, he
lady.
put fear in the system.
Sister, yeah.
Right, you had a point, King?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I was gonna say they also. I seen something on Instagram that they sent in the troops to Chicago, but now they also to Detroit and Cleveland. And they was talking about how they sending the troops to Cleveland, and there was a bunch of people under the post talking about how they don't feel safe downtown. Yeah.
See that?
Like it was Edomite said, like, yeah, send them downtown. You know, people worried here. You got a lot of business down here.
Yep.
These people, we see it all the time. We see these type of guys, and these Edomites. They're not safe.
Nope.
These are, according to this,
Look, they want to walk the other way.
but according to society, these are good, tax-paying citizens, families, children. We see people out here with Edomites with suits on. You understand? My mother works in that side downtown. I feel like it was like 3-4 years ago, something like that. We got her damn person. So this type of stuff happens downtown. And this is who Trump sending that. This is Trump that's going.
See that?
Madness.
It's madness.
People, this is a luxury hotel right here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can't have crackheads and uneducated niggas and drug dealers and the homeless out here.
Yeah.
These are sophisticated, high-end buildings. First National Bank, millionaires work in this place. All this stuff. I got time for you dirty niggas, man, to be messing up the place and to dirtying it up. And
Try to make America great again.
try to clean it multiple times.
Putting stuff here.
Y'all, you can't even do nothing nice around here with these guys.
That's why they're playing, make America great again. Let's get rid of the blacks, you know what I'm saying, off the streets, and we can walk around freely.
Ain't nobody gonna check in.
Like the brother saying, after they ruined you mentally, now they about to clean you up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because remember, they had something right here.
Like some fake construction.
They had plants.
Yeah, they try to block us off. They know we was out here.
They don't know. They don't know,
we was out
man.
here.
Ain't nobody gonna check that, brother. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites, we see it. We gonna say something, but you know them brothers over there getting high, you know, gang banging, you know, getting out of the jail, you know, getting weed, whatever. They not gonna put a stop to that. You know, they'll encourage and laugh. That sister was like scared.
Yeah, she was scared.
What is she gonna do? Brother 6'6".
Yeah.
What is she gonna do? She got a grandson. All she
She
can do is
cuffing
try
her
to cover her
grandson.
grandson.
Protect her.
That's all she could have did. She was looking at us, so I called her over here.
Right.
Because it was nothing, like he got blind, he high, loud.
Yeah.
Like, what can she do?
Right.
Brother 6'5", 6'6".
You don't need to say nothing to her.
It's like, that's the
Nothing.
condition of our people.
Yeah.
That's our condition.
They did the same thing to the Edomite woman, for the Israelite woman.
See that?
They had the Edomite woman that way. Somebody he asked her for something. She said no, and all I heard was say something like, he cussed her out basically, you know, whatever. And she Edomite, so we can care less. But it just feels still like you kind of getting a
That's right. And ultimately,
these people want to enjoy food and enjoy the Ohio State game.
they
Whatever follow they doing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're not trying to deal with this guy who might swing on him because he's high off meth.
Yeah.
They're going to clean y'all up.
And they make us look bad. He making us look bad.
Listen to the Israelites, or listen to God.
Yeah.
Right.
You obey God and the message of God that we have to give you, or die. I mean, that's
right.
I want to make a point too. Downtown's supposed to be a safe place for people to come down and enjoy themselves. We only here in tourists. We only here for the weekend, like for the Shabbat, for camp, and if we can have a date night or whatever. During the work week, this is flooded with workers in all these buildings. you know, going to get something to eat, going to the mall, or whatever the case may be.
Or they lunches,
It's
yeah.
also flooded with a lot of clucks and fiends that be panhandling because they know that they be out here going to and fro.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't feel safe even during the work week.
That's right.
Yeah.
A couple people died right here, man.
It's not safe down
There's a
here.
lot of following. We see it all the time, man. And they're not gonna say nothing, man. You got dykes. They're trying to be guys, trying to be men. They're not. Come on, man. This is a joke.
They have a lot of events in this area.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
right.
events.
This is where the
Visit.
kids go ice skating. This is where the Winterfest happens. This is where even like, even though I hate to say it, LGBTQ parades, here. You understand? But still, that's how Americans look at it. They want to be free
Right.
and
Say
you
yeah.
know, without dealing with.
Yep,
Five-star
that's what it
restaurants
is.
down here, 5-star hotels, like.
Because that's what he doing. That's what they think of us. They think all of us the same
right.
way.
Yeah.
What he doing?
That's right. So I mean,
But
you know,
for him to not even know that she was uncomfortable shows
Right.
how gone he is mentally.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even look at her, but I felt uncomfortable to speak for her in that
Right,
manner.
right.
Even
Right.
if she said no, I'm good, I'd be like, no, I'm not comfortable.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
and he that's off, man. That happened a lot. And that's our own people. That's our elder sister.
Yeah. No
You know,
respect.
no respect. Just, I mean, who gonna protect that?
But what conversation are you having with her?
Yeah.
What is that? What do you want?
Yeah.
You firing up a big blunt,
Yeah.
walking around her
Wow.
child,
Yeah.
and walking to her side. She don't know what you got
Right.
going on.
Like you a protector. No
Acting a
protector.
damn nigga. Like, what you
Like she
doing?
got her head turned like this and like trying to avoid you. Wait, she ain't gonna be like, nigga, get away from me.
She don't know
And
she
then
gonna
he
snatch her
look at her
purse.
like, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Cause he ain't, oh man, he ain't there.
He can snatch
So
her purse or
all she
anything.
do- All she could do was turn away and just try to, cover her grandson. But that's the mentality of our people. Ain't nobody gonna check it. Nobody over there gonna check it. Nobody down there gonna check it. Everybody just cool, getting high, living their life. And they see the elderly woman, our own people, and there's a
Stressed
brother.
and don't help.
We just ain't gonna do nothing.
And
It's madness.
Most of Israel, most of Jake down here live in the projects.
Yeah.
They live up the street. They
Yeah,
come down
they
here
walk.
because
They
it's
walk.
entertaining. They
Yeah.
can see people and go window shop and all the other stuff.
That's right.
This is their vacation.
Give me Leviticus 19.
This is their vacation. This is their break from the project. From 30th.
Right.
Yeah, no,
It's
for
a
real.
different scenery. Yeah.
It's funny, but that's the truth.
Come, leave 30th, 40th. What's else over there? Damn, Central.
Yeah.
And you can come over here and
It's a getaway. Get away from
come
the
over here
project.
and look at some.
Just like a park.
Yeah,
Like,
look at some trees
like
and,
amusement park.
Say a little dime
shoot your-
bag.
Yeah, sit down bag.
You ain't got no money.
Yeah.
Anybody got no money to spend
You
on
get
it?
camera on you. You can shoot the shot. You ain't gonna see it in the project, so you got, you can find her and pick it. You know what I'm saying? This is cool right here.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing.
No identity. She don't even know herself. She just putting different colors in her hair. Like you said, don't even know.
You can look at her, I guess. And then also, it's like, a lot of them projects was pretty much taken over by the gangs. What was the one gang? It was a gang,
Harlem Fellas.
Yeah,
You
they
talking about
just
them?
got- they got caught
And
up.
they split up
Yeah,
though.
they split up.
They split up, yeah. On 40, they called, it was something close to it, but they changed it. And they down there killing. They down there killing. I just seen them.
Full-blooded.
I just seen a big old candle visual thing taking up a whole grass. Somebody just got
Recently?
Yeah, recently somebody just got killed. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's bad. It's bad.
There's another gang on
It's
the
bad.
west side of Cleveland. I was going to put in the chat for that. But I'm just not thinking about it. There's a gang on the west side of Cleveland. These guys, man, kids, basically. I feel like, man,
It's getting bad. It's getting
you
bad.
know, badass.
Bad,
kids.
yeah.
I whoop these kids, but it's like 200 of them.
Yeah.
I seen the video, it's hella of them.
And they got guns. You
They
know they got
had-
guns. Yeah, they got guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
See?
like they had
Switches.
jumped in one kid. It was like 60 of them jumped on one kid, broke the boy's jaw and everything.
Recently?
Yeah, I seen it on YouTube. I completely forgot, but just talking about it popped in my head. But yeah, they had jumped this kid, broke his jaw. So a lot of them projects-
And that's what they fearing. That's what Edomite fearing now. That's why they trying to
crazy,
get
man.
for the truth. That's why they trying to bring them in. Because they know.
That's
Yeah.
where most of the
That's what-
crime stuff
yeah.
happens in the projects.
Yeah.
So they getting away from the crime. They getting away from stuff happens down here all the time.
Right.
You know they fund the crime too. It's Esau behind it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they get to the top dude, the top dealer. You know, send an informant on him. Yeah, I got you. I got a new plug. You know, or
Put the
send
drugs out there, the money out there,
drugs, guns.
Yeah.
You know, go get him.
Yeah.
You know, they got everything on video too. They sending these buildings, just looking at everybody, just looking. They know who everybody is. You know, bring this.
They make it hard for me to live like my father's not teenager, he lived on Outway for like a real short period of time. Not even a full year, maybe like a couple months. I was on Outway. They got I told y'all, they got like in the back at a project, they got like it look like the regular building, like the rest of the buildings, but it's like a little library on Outway. You wouldn't tell if you drove by it. You gotta be in there. It look like the rest of the building, but it's a small little library in there. But it's basically not safe to go in there. When I was a kid, we couldn't go in there. We couldn't go in there. We couldn't go. My dad was like, hey, can't go in the library.
Wow.
We didn't go in the library.
That's
Go to the
great.
library, man.
You learn.
Like they did when they built it in the 60s and 70s. Like, it don't look, it's no, it's not even look new. It look crazy over here.
They got those buildings, apartments, like right outside of it. They something like that. I think but
Just like the Edomite just came up, he taking pictures, he gathering information. The one that was in there with us, let they do it. Yeah. He ain't even from here. He from Green Bay. He from Green Bay. He had a Green Bay shirt
I
on.
thought we seen him pull up on us before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
he
seen him
pulled up.
before,
For
okay.
us. He probably worked for them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, he probably can walk around and everything.
Yeah.
Take the shirt. Give him a chair. He pull up on us. Click, click, click. Yeah, he just peel off. You don't never see him. And then he
Right.
give all the information to whoever you giving it to. Yeah, this him, this him,
It's him,
this
it's
him.
him, yeah.
You know, they do stuff like that.
Yep.
Bring this out, King. This is the book of Judith, chapter 8 and verse 4. So Judith was a widow in her house 3 years and 4 months. And she made her a tent upon the top of her house and put on sackcloth upon her loins and wear her widow's apparel. It's an elderly woman, man. She holding it down, doing the law, fasting, and she fasted all the days of her widowhood, save the eyes of the Sabbaths and the Sabbaths and the eves of the new moons and the new moons. She fasted all the time. She saved the eves of those beautiful days. In the feast of the solemn days of the house of Israel, she was also of a goodly countenance and very beautiful to behold. Nice looking elderly woman, beautiful to behold. And her husband, Manasseh, had left her gold and silver and men servants and maid servants, well off, good, and cattle and lands, and she remained upon them. And there was none that gave her an ill word. Just read it again. And there was none that gave her an ill word. They respected this woman. This woman was an elderly woman. She was she had a lot of. She was beautiful. She had a lot of resources, a lot of things that was left to her by her husband, which is probably mighty brother. You could just tell. And everybody respected her. They didn't speak ill against this woman. They had respect. They probably, kind of like, looked down when she came around. They kind of, knew who she was. She was a figure in the community. She probably had all the grades like the sister had. She carried herself a certain way, and that would never have went down to Judith. That would, like, that, if brother seen it, that would, like, none of it. What just happened when we got put down, you got checked, whatever it was. Because this was a sister that was in the spirit. She was on fire. She was a respectable woman. She carried herself a certain way. And it's like, we don't have that respect as our people. Read that part again, that last part. And there was none that gave her an ill word, for she feared God greatly. See that? Nobody gave her an ill word, but she feared the Most High. She like, all right, my husband is gone, my head is gone, but I believe in the Most High. Whatever it is going to happen, He's going to protect me. And that's the spirit of our people. It's a beautiful spirit to have. Because you locked in. She was locked in. She was not worried about anything. If something was going to come upon her, the Most High was going to take care of it. All praise that we was out here to see that. But that happen all the time to our people. Our people don't know nothing. Our people don't have no knowledge of what's going on. His brother just barking at an old elderly woman. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, he was raised in Oakland. He came from Oakland, man. He came from the projects, man. No respectable man, even an inkling of respect would do something like that, man. I can only imagine my grandmother was walking, or my mother was walking, there was a man doing that. Right. 6'5", like who protected her? Right. Like who was there? Like she had a family. Like who was there? That's crazy, man. That's unacceptable, man, from our people.
She was scared. Who knows how the young boy felt?
Yeah, But you gotta be a man around. Man, you gotta be around, man.
She may not even want to come back down here.
Yeah, she may not. She's like, man, downtown. She don't remember that.
Yeah,
like downtown is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one more. I can pass it or whatever. Give me Ephesians. It's the book of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. All praise to the Most High. With that, shalom.